I've got to ask, why did you continue?
I was like, oh, well, I'll enter like, a little bit after him, and then I'll just kind of follow the line, and then I chased him up the hill, and yeah, we all saw what happened with that. My actual chassis is bent between my subframe. My subframe is actually just completely destroyed. Like I have active toe gain because my tension arm bracket is just broken off the frame. We stayed up all night, pulled the subframe out of it. I do collision work for a living, so I was like, let's porta power this thing open and try to weld it and brace it as much as I can. My problem is that you only get so many laps in practice. You go turn around, get back in line, and it can take you 30 plus minutes to get back into the staging lanes because, get all the way through them because you're got, 30 cars. One dude goes in a kitty litter and it takes him 15, 20 minutes to get him out of the kitty litter.
Well, we are here at Formula Drift for yet again, Road Atlanta, and hopefully you guys remember Dustyn, but yet another familiar face. Dustyn Farrell.
Hey, we're here at Road Atlanta and my first ever debut in FD. So it's a great time. I'm glad to be here and now shoot another podcast with you.
Does it feel weird being at FD?
Yeah, I didn't think this was really going to happen after, if I look back at it 16, I don't think I'd ever been here again.
Why?
Or sorry, not again. I never would have been here.
Yeah, you would have. Shit.
Dude,
Yeah, I would argue you're probably one of the most deserving ProSpec drivers to have a license this year.
I mean,
You've been driving your ass off for a long fucking time.
I've been definitely driving. But, back when you asked me when I was 16, 17, if I was going to FD, no. But now I look back, I'm like, man, 16-year-old, 17-year-old me would have been super proud. Like, that's insane.
That's good, dude. Well, tell me a little bit about it. What was the preparation like coming up to this?
So basically we did a bunch of, I'm building my S13 back so I can drive hot pit with that. So that was another big challenge of doing that. The S14.9.
Wait, you're still gonna do hot pit?
I already did the first round of hot pit, took the dub over there.
Dog.
Now we're coming back here. I'm in 7th right now for points. And then obviously got hot pit next weekend. So, but yeah, we had to do a full refresh on the 14. Wiring, switch it to link. Put a 3/4 stroker in it now, so she makes a little more power now.
Nice. Okay.
So I got to keep up with the boys out here, so we had to turn it up a little more. I'm used to my 550 horsepower car that works perfect, but had to do some more jam.
You said you're going link on it?
It is on link.
Oh, okay. So it's always been on link.
No, it used to be on ECU Master, but ProSpec we have to run a link ECU.
Just trying to match it every.
Well, you have to run it. It's per regulation.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other car.
No, the S13 is on ECU Master.
Gotcha. Okay. Is it weird jumping?
I don't like going back and forth on the software. So I love ECU Masters. I've been running for years. So
yeah.
Now I'm getting switched into the link. I've gotten used to it, but it definitely took a while. ECU Master, I just know what to do.
Do you like it though?
Yeah, it's been great. Good? Yeah, no complaints. It took a little bit to get used to. Stuff's in different spots, but whatever. We got it done now. It runs great. Sounds great. Keep running.
Was it? How different does it look?
The layouts.
Is it
the
completely
layouts,
different?
Yeah.
You go from like Link to Haltech. I've seen Haltechs and it's like.
Yeah. If you go through any tuning software, it is the most insane thing. Everything's so different. Like you're like, oh, this should be right here. Oh, it's not. And you have to go like 3 different screens to find it. Yeah, it's a great time.
And then I go into my confusing editing software, and I'm like, I know everything.
It's same. Now change your editing software and tell you how it feels.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, see,
I did. I went
from
Premiere to DaVinci, and it was like a.
It's the same thing.
Brain fuck.
Yep, same thing with softwares for ECUs. It's all different.
Well, tell me about Hot Pits and stuff. Obviously, that has been your Pro-Am series that you've been. How long you been in Hot Pits? First of all.
3 years.
3 years.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's not as long as I thought.
No. I won my championship in 23, very first year doing competition. So I won an FD license then. Decided to not pursue it. Build the S14. Take that in a hot pit for the next year. Work out the little bugs and a little bit of different chassis stuff. And then decided to. I wanted to get my license again because the license is only good for the same year. So you only get that 1 year to use it. So I. Skipped on 24, had the S14.9 built, and then continued to drive hot pit with that, figure out the little quirks, different suspension stuff, because they are a little bit longer, a little bit wider. So I learned a little thing here and there different. And then jumped into, got 8th, I think, that year in hot pit in the championship. And then obviously now going into 25, I took 2nd place last year in the championship. I was like 20 points behind Rome. So, and I had a really bad first event, so got knocked out in the 32.
What happened?
that was some stuff that I'm not gonna talk about.
Some nonsense.
It was some stuff that shouldn't have happened.
Understandable.
Not on my part.
Understandable. I assume like calls, just judgment calls.
There was some stuff that just happened that shouldn't have happened.
All right, I won't pry.
Yeah.
I don't want to get nobody in trouble now.
Yeah.
Well, that's I didn't know you already had a license before. What was the stipulation for not going then?
You basically so the license was awarded to the winner of the season, which was me. I passed on it. I said I'm not gonna take it this year because I can't build an FD car and have enough money for FD and then go into FD. I just couldn't do it feasibly in 24. Building a car and going into it, I just wasn't feasible. I'd rather have built the car, drove the car, worked the kinks out, which I had a tremendous amount of problems. I ate some reason alternators on that car left and right. I went through like 7 or 8 alternators. I was trying I tried to support all the local companies out in Arizona that were building me alternators. We were trying this, we were trying that, trying this, and just different pulleys, different hairpin, or what all this like weird stuff in the alternator, different battery cables, different batteries, and it just kept eating them. I would go sometimes 2 laps with an alternator, sometimes 10 laps with an alternator. I had brake issues, just with the masters not working for some reason. Just had issues left and right, and it seems like it never had happened at a local event, but it would somehow happen at a competition every time, and nothing would change. So it always happened the wrong time. So I had some bad time all year, but worked out the kinks now, and now everyone sees it in its final form, and it's ripping.
Well, what made you be able to do it this year?
Yeah, so obviously I built the 14 and 24, competed, got 8th end, came into 25, got 2nd in the championship at Hot Pit, and then Rome was number 1. So obviously Rome already has his FD license, he's already in pro. It got bumped down to the next guy. So then the next guy was me. I took my ProSpec license, and now we're here.
Do you think if you would have beat Rome that you would have gone straight to pro? Because don't they have that like direct to pro license or whatever it's called?
Yeah, we could have made the jump to pro.
You think you would have been like able to do that?
No way. I would have loved to somehow do Long Beach and then go into the rest of the ProSpec rounds, but that's obviously not going to happen. I just want to drive Long Beach so bad. It looks so fun. But
ever since they announced that license, I've always been curious about that. Like if someone, I don't see anyone actually taking that leap, going directly in.
I mean,
into
it just
pro.
depends. It just depends who it is. That is watching these dudes drive. It's like, dude, you guys are a whole nother level.
Well, at least you got to experience a lot of that in your pro-am. Not obviously, Hot Pit is very stacked on the driver list. So I don't think any other pro-am competes with the level of drivers.
No, dude, Hot Pit's like there's when it was FD was like Pro 1, Pro 2. It's like Pro 3 is Hot Pit to me. Like, dude, we're dealing with like Odie shows up, Rome's there. We've had like Forrest there, Dylan Hughes, like Ben Hobson used to come out. Like, we got pros that show up, and it just happens to be me winning somehow.
Do you think your first event here, your debut, would have gone anywhere near as good if it wasn't for that preparation?
I mean, I always tell everybody, I'm like, you guys, you want to get better, you want to drive better, dude. Next time you see a pro at a track or someone that is clearly better than you, just pull up next to them and try to drive with them, make friends with them, and drive with them. That's how you get better. And I take that into the Hot Pit. I never once pulled to a battle going, oh man, I gotta deal with this. I'm just like, all right, another day in the office, let's see how much better I can get.
I saw you dancing in the car yesterday in the middle of a battle.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to have fun, man. Just trying to keep the vibes rolling and just have a good time. That's all this is for me. It's just let's have fun.
I think that's a very big. We were just talking about that on the last podcast. It's a big outlier for a lot of the drivers. You see the ones that are just mainly here to have fun. They don't prioritize the seriousness of it. They seem to do better as far as their driving goes.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a lot more, watching it from the outside, when, being not in FD, it's like, who the vibes were. You got like Jeff Jones. This dude's rolling around with a speaker. He's having a jolly time with everybody, like just being for the fans. And that's like, that's what it is. I want to have the vibes. I want people to be like, that dude's awesome. Like, that dude's cool,
Everything he does is a joke. Yeah. It's so fun. He had this like, one of those disposable cooking trays.
Oh, the one
just
stacked
full of tire debris and shit. I'm like, Who the fuck else thinks of something like that?
But
What
but
the
you had people
fuck?
that come by and they love it. Like, you know, I had a kid come by and he like looked at the back of my car. He goes, "How thick is that rubber in the back of your car?" Because my bumper's black, and I
I
peeled
don't
off a
know. Let's find out.
Oh, I literally peeled it off for him. It was a patty, dude. It was a good sized patty, and it came off as one whole piece. I was like, I've never seen this before, and I was like he's like, well, let me have it. I'm like, dude, take it. He's like sitting there,
Sure.
he's sitting there just playing with it. Like he was so stoked about it. I'm like, that's
The
awesome, dude.
autism kicked in,
Oh,
dude. He's like,
dude.
"It's the best thing ever."
Oh yeah, he like started smushing it, got it onto a ball, and like it stuck together because the GT radial is like real sticky. So like he made a little ball out of it and stuff. He was so stoked. And you know, like later today, I trashed 2 of my Katana wheels from the accident that I had in practice on Thursday. So I'm actually doing a giveaway of the wheels. We're gonna have a foot race in my pit. We're gonna do like a little
Send me a
little.
video of that.
Oh
I gotta
yeah,
put that in
yeah,
there.
yeah. We're gonna do like a little 100-foot dash in my pit. Like we're gonna. I know there's a bunch of kids have wanted them too, because like I probably had 10 kids come by like wanting them.
That's
So I'm gonna do
so
like a kid.
funny.
I have 2 wheels. So I'm gonna do a kids race and an adult race. Someone's parents are gonna come home or have their kid come out with a
Oh
wheel.
my
You know.
God. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that drivers do out here it's honestly a little more interesting than seeing the driving half the time. I think like GT Radial does the halftime show or whatever.
Yeah.
Now Sim HQ's doing some
Sim
shit over
HQ
there
is getting
too.
down over there,
Yeah,
dude.
they were. He came over here asking me if I had a bullhorn.
No
Like, what the
way.
fuck I need a bullhorn for?
Get the attention, bro.
Like I got a TV that's not loud enough. Does that
Right.
work?
Right.
But anyways, I'm just blabbing on that shit.
Yeah.
Well, as far as going into the first lap on this track, you've never driven this at all, right?
Nope, I've never been outside of the surrounding states of Arizona, so driving across the
Holy
country was
shit.
new and everything.
You've never
Yeah.
even been out here.
No, it's first time.
Dog.
First time seeing the green out here.
Yeah, you're just full desert rat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I'm a full
crazy.
desert rat to this.
I've got family from out in Arizona, so like I know
Yeah, you
the
know how it
area and
is.
shit. But yeah, so what do you think about just the East Coast then?
Like
First,
this is. I mean, literally, I was driving through Texas, which took forever, like usual. Popped out of Texas into I think it was Kansas. Yeah, we took Kansas. I went up to Tennessee before I came over here. To go hang out with the stewards,
Should hit
for a
me
couple
up.
days. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Next time, I'll be up there a few
Yeah.
times this year. So either way, I drove from up there to Tennessee, and like driving through Texas, it was like just desert, and suddenly it was just like boom, green. I was like, what just happened? Like this is insane. And I'm like
It's
looking around.
somewhere in Texas.
It's like there's a line and it
just
literally just turns
flips.
green. I don't know if it was like in Texas or Kansas or whatever. It was just like, or not Kansas, Arkansas. Sorry, it was Arkansas I drove through.
Oh, it gets really.
Yeah, literally it was like right in the edge of Texas going into Arkansas. It just turned immediate green. I'm like, what just happened? I'm not used to. Where's the brown? I'm not used to this.
Did I go through a portal?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was like, did I fall asleep at the wheel? Am I dying right now?
Yeah.
At that point, I was like driving like I think like 18 hours straight or something. Like we were just driving. Yeah, I think we were in the truck. We did 19 hours that day because we wanted to make it from Arizona to past Dallas because it was getting late. I didn't want to deal with traffic in the morning in Dallas because it was also, what was that, Monday? It was Monday morning it would have been. And I was like, I don't want to deal with that. So I drove all the way through Dallas, got to the other side of Dallas, and took a little cat nap at a truck stop and
Good
kept
deal.
on driving.
Good deal. Well, no. So original question. My bad. We keep trickling.
Yep.
Going into the first lap here, what was it? What was it like? Like, what was the?
I will
You've
say,
never driven it.
yeah, I will say that it looks way bigger in video. I will say that. Like sitting at the bottom of the hill looking up, I was like, it doesn't look that like if you watch like the live stream of FD, that hill looks like insane. Looking at the bottom looking up, I was like, this doesn't look as bad as I would have thought. It makes it look like it's just a mile long, 10% grade, like just nasty.
Yeah, because it's straight down
Oh yeah.
the hill, so it looks like just a brick wall or just
Yeah,
a
and
straight
the
up
camera
wall
just
you're
looks like a
looking
brick
at.
wall, But like showing up, I was like, oh, this is not as much as I thought. That could have been just me. But dude, like pulling up to the line, looking down that hill, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So took off, did my first lead lap, botched the entry because it was wet. So it was a full wet track. So that kind of sucked. I'm not kind of a little bit okay with rain drifting. Not the best with rain drifting. We don't really get that much in Arizona. I think I probably have like, if I could say, probably 5 days worth of rain drifting, like throughout my whole career of drifting.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so definitely not that much.
The only time it rains is in the summer in Arizona, just so you
Even
know.
then, most of our tracks they shut down when it rains.
What?
Yeah, we don't have rain drifting that much. We had like one time that we had 2 days of rain and we were at the track for the 2 days and it was rain like pretty much straight. And we did I did the most amount of laps I think I've ever done in my life. Never burned up a pair of tires. It was the most amazing thing ever.
That's insane
But
to not
yeah,
even really know the feeling of
yeah,
it.
and then plus everyone's telling me, there's a river that if, I don't know if you've seen Road Atlanta when it rains. There's a river that flows right through the bottom. So hitting, you're like kind of slippery, and you hit the river, and it's a complete ice.
It's
So
one of the most inconsistent
oh
tracks
yeah, yeah,
when it
and it's like
rains.
it was crazy because the first lap it was like pretty much full slick. Second lap it was slick on entry, slick in the corner too, and then like I felt like there was like no bullshit, a line of where the dry started.
Right as soon as it hits the power alley is where you started
It was
getting
like
grip
probably
again.
50 feet up the hill. It was just completely dry. It was so wild. The whole keyhole was dried, and you come down and hit that line again and almost slide and die. So first lap, not that good. Second lap, eh. Third lap, yeah, we all saw the video what happened with that one.
I've got to ask this question: why did you continue?
So I thought, I had a couple botched entries kind of deal. I was like, oh, you know what? Like, he botched the entry. He lit back off. He's taken off. We're fine. They got their marbles back together. I messed up my entry even behind him. I entered way too early. I was far enough back from him because I gave him a gap, and I was like, oh, well, I'll enter like a little bit after him, and then I'll just kind of follow the line, just kind of go my own route behind him. So he entered way too early, which made me go, oh shit, I guess I'm too late right now. This is my first dry lap on Atlanta. So I'm like, oh. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is where I got to do it. I hucked it, and I was like, well, I came up short. He came up really short, and then somehow almost went into the kitty litter. And I was like, oh, I need to, start pouring an angle and then try to get away from him so I don't go into the kitty litter with him.
You got
And
too much momentum. There's
yeah,
no
there's no
like.
the momentum's kind of crazy. It's like like when you're you pitched, you'll slow down a lot more. But once you start pulling the angle out, you just start driving forward. Is what it unwound on him, and he drove forward, which made me like it was a slow pull, and I thought, oh hey, we're gonna go into kitty litter together because we're starting to gain momentum on the brake. But whatever. And then he lit back off and took off, and I was like, all right, well I guess he got his marbles back together. Like we should be all right. And then I chased him up the hill, and yeah, we all
You
saw what happened
fucking
with that.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be all right.
Yeah, and the thing
I
is,
see some shit like that right in front of me on entry. I am shutting it down as
the,
soon as possible. I'm not following you.
my problem is that a lot of people's problem here is that you only get so many laps in practice, and you go turn around, get back in line, and it can take you 30 plus minutes to drive back up to the front, or sorry, get back into the staging lanes because get all the way through them because you're got what 30 cars. One dude goes in the kitty litter, and it takes him 15, 20 minutes to get him out of the kitty litter. So you lose practice. You only get usually what an hour and a half worth of practice. It looked like was the average. So every lap counts, and it's like, well, we're just gonna see what happens. And
Yeah, the only reason I asked is just because so many people have mentioned that in the comments of that specific video. Is like, why would he just continue driving? It's like, well, I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't.
yeah,
But I'm also not a competitive driver either, so I don't know the stipulations of why he chose to.
yeah, and
But
it's one of those
lack
things
of
like
track time's a big thing.
yeah, the track time that we have here is very little, which you gotta be on your A game right off the rip if you can. Um, as soon as I pitched it to go into OZ5, it wasn't there no more. Like he was already locked front brakes and pointing the wrong way, and I was like, I don't know what to do right now besides stand on the brakes and hope he just continues to go out into the dirt, which will give me enough room to make it around him. And he tried to turn back into the track, which just fucked me.
It looked like he damn near just parked it on track.
They
It
locked the
wasn't
front. He
even
locked
an
the fronts up.
attempt to spin out in any way so that you could drive around. It was just
yeah. It would have been
I don't
better.
know, though.
It would
I'm
have been
not-
better if, he just went up and like just barely touched the dirt and like kind of just drove it and got out of the way. At least gave me another 15 feet. I could have slowed down a lot more instead of clobbering the back of him
at least
and then
caused a
spinning
lot
it.
less damage.
Yeah,
if
I
he
mean,
did
at least a
that.
lot less. I mean, I clobbered the back of him with my left rear, and then it entirely spun me around into the wall on top of the hill, and that took out my actual chassis bent between my subframe. My subframe is actually just completely destroyed. Like I have active toe gain because my tension arm bracket is just broken off the frame. Like I tried to brace it, weld it, but it's brittle now. So every lap the knuckle angle's changing on the one side.
Oh
So,
my God.
like I literally had
You're just driving through it?
yeah, I literally, my whole seating battle, if you looked at my right rear wheel, it was locked up because the suspension couldn't cycle, and I had to pull my side skirts off because my wheel was so far forward it was hitting the chassis, which I've already cut. And then it had probably 4.5-ish degrees of camber, and wouldn't let me put toe in it because it was all bound up.
Oh my
No
God.
suspension travel, no nothing. I was just winging that shit.
You got a subframe at home?
No, S14 subframes are very, very hard to find now.
You know Devin Stearns, the dude with the duck?
Yeah,
He's got a lot of S chassis connects.
good to know.
And
Yeah,
he's just been rounding up S chassis for the past month.
yeah,
So
yeah. It'd be great to get another one. I can't. I would have to do another quick change mount in it, but we'll figure it out when the time comes. But that subframe's she's done.
damn, I didn't realize you were just
Oh,
driving through it, man.
yeah,
That's
it was nasty.
crazy.
It was nasty. It literally, like I said, it bent everything on the right rear of my car shrunk about a 1/2 inch, and I was like, why is this all like? Why is my wing fit like crap? Why is my trunk fit like crap? Because I didn't hit that stuff. Because it's all separate mounts. I'm like, dude, why does this all feel like crap? And I start looking, and the chassis is just completely shoved up and crinkled. And then the left side, like right where my wheel would be in the left, so driver's side, is all destroyed. Where my shock reservoir is. Like I went all the way into like my crash structure of my radiator, which is what stopped it.
How the fuck were you driving that?
Just
Like
wing it.
pretty fucking well.
I mean, I
too,
made it to
at
the top.
that.
I made it to the top. I got what, 4th place in the seating bracket, so it worked. I got a little lucky on my first one because that thing drove like complete crap, but
Oh my God, dude. I couldn't imagine. That would be awful.
yeah, it was a good time. Real good time.
Well, props to you because even during the comp, the car, I would have never guessed that there was still issues with the car just by the way you were running.
Yeah, so like we stayed up all night, pulled the subframe out of it, did as much pushing because I have like I do collision work for a living, so I brought like some of my specialty tools and I was like, let's border power this thing open and try to weld it and brace it as much as I can. So I did, and it was like it looked good. It was about a 1/2 inch shorter, which I could make it up with the arm length to get me back to where I was. And then we set the toe, set the angle, the knuckle angle, camber, all that stuff. Took a lap, came back. I was like, man, why do I smell fiberglass again? Like it's like burning fiberglass. I'm like, this is not supposed to be happening. Get out, look. My tire is meeting my side skirt again, and it's like into it right now. I'm like, well, I need another lap, guys. Just cut the side skirt. I don't care. So we ended up we were able to squeeze out 2 laps and practice the warm up. So we did the warm up, came back and extended the traction arm again, even more now to try to get the knuckle angle back. We did the one battle, it shrunk again, and every battle it kept shrinking the arm because it kept bending it more on the subframe again. So I ran out of threads by, I think, yeah, we ran out of threads by. It was a 16. It was. I couldn't get any more out of it. So the 16 and the 8, I couldn't get any more out of it.
Then since you're driving through all this, you also got robbed, I would say, on the call that put you out. So what from in car, what was going on through that battle?
I will say Road Atlanta at night is very dark for like us drivers. So it's pretty dark to like kind of see your marks. I did get a little. My inner clips are a little like I kind of missed them. Not that much, I would say. And then in my lead at least, and then chasing it, I got led into a couple of the inner clips, which he mowed, and then I mowed it even more because we're too deep. But my proximity was like pretty good. Like I was pushing the pressure. I wanted to make sure I didn't leave it in the judge's hands, but it ended up going to him. I kind of watched it a little bit, but I haven't really dissected the whole thing yet.
Yeah. You haven't even looked at the Wally stuff you said?
I'm going
either?
to look into the Wally stuff on my flight home to see what's going on.
Interesting.
Yeah, me and my crew chief
I'd
are going
be
to go
curious
through
myself. The only thing like I told you beforehand, the only thing they mentioned on the live stream was the cut in line.
Yeah, the cut in line thing. I definitely, they seem like they love proximity, so I definitely wanted to push the envelope on the proximity. So, like I said, me and my crew chief are going to go through the Wally system and just kind of see how it goes. We want to. I mean, that's the data that comes from that is insane. Like, it can tell you when you're decelling angle. I mean, it's insane. Like you guys see how much it tells you every zone it fills by percentage. It's scary. And the cool part is it's open to us drivers to look at all of it. I could pull up any driver's data from the Wally.
Yeah, Shulman was saying that you could pull a driver and then like place your lap over
Yep,
top
you can
and
do
see
ghost laps
what's.
and stuff. It's
Oh,
insane.
dude.
It's so sick. And if you ran like a tandem with somebody, it you could find that one and look at that run with that driver, or like you said, like I could pull up. Let's say Shulman did a lap an hour after me. I can be like, oh, I want to see his lap compared to my lap, even though we didn't drive together, and it would do it from the time that hits the start line that we take off with, and in the finish line.
That's incredible.
Dude, it's insane. That Wally system is so sick.
That's the information we've been begging for years out of this shit, dude.
No, definitely. It's definitely insane to be able to check it out like that. I can't wait to log into their little deal and check it out.
Are you like, you didn't utilize it at all throughout this round though,
No,
right?
I haven't even logged into the link or whatever we got sent to us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's my thing. I'll look into this week after I get to relax for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been going hard for the last 2 months trying to get both cars done, and then obviously making it out here.
Yeah. Well, it's paid off, I would say.
Yeah, no
So,
complaints. The crew killed it. We sucks that we got almost pretty much total car and then had to fix it. So, and then
I do want to say I'm so glad that you prioritized putting the kit back on.
oh, dude, it's gotta look good, bro. We can't be showing up with some busted looking car. I had one of my guys. He was zip tying the panels back together. We were plating it, not zip tying. We were plating them and riveting them back together, and then just. I think we got to at least have the kit on. I'm not going to show up with no rear clip on my car because we had the whole rear clip off of it because it was just that crunched. So, good time.
Well, good for you. As far as going into next round or anything, do you have any different changes that you want to make, or you just kind of keeping things the same?
I'm one of those guys that's like, don't change it if it ain't broken kind of thing.
Well, it's pretty broken right now.
All right, wait, hold on now. That part, it might be all right. I might brace it a little more if I can. If it depends what happens as far as like how far I'm allowed to brace it with FD. We're not allowed to brace that any more than what we are allowed to with the I think it's LS Auto kit. It's a tension rod brace kit, which I have that, and it's still bent pretty bad because they are weak on our S chassis. That's like our one weakness is that traction rod bracket, which sucks. But I'm gonna see how that goes. I might, I'll fix it in Connecticut because we get there a day early. I can have time to kind of mess with it. Other than that, like, does engine staying the same? I mean, everything's staying the same. There's no point to change it because it worked flawlessly here when it worked.
Now, I asked Shulman this question. Do you find it important that you kept the same chassis or car going from Pro-Am to ProSpec? Versus a lot of drivers will try and ditch the Pro-Am car and build a whole new car for ProSpec.
I personally think, like, you should drive the car that you've done the most laps in. Even, like, you can build the same exact car again for the, you go from Pro-Am to, ProSpec or whatever. You built the same exact car, there's still going to be a gremlin that pops up. There's still going to be something different because you are going to change something. Everyone doesn't build the same exact car over and over again. They always change something. Because you always think of something better. You're like, well, if I move this, power steering reservoir over here, or this battery here, like just little things. You always change stuff, and it does change, your weight ballast and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, I would rather have drove the car that's in Pro-Am up into ProSpec. So that's what I did. I drove mine from 2 years, and then came over here.
I mean, you even see like I think even Odie's having some like driving issues. Like his lines don't look as good as they were in the S chassis.
I mean, he's been an S chassis
dude. Yeah,
he's been an S chassis dude for how many years,
exactly.
Man? So it's like he definitely dabbled into something insane. That car is very fast.
I think he's smart what he's doing.
Oh, for sure. That car is very
fast. But
fast.
To prove the point,
yeah,
it's a new car.
It's a new car. You always got your little gremlins. So that's why you do your testing and stuff like that as well. But it's he's starting to look good in that thing, and I think it's gonna be a missile. Like it looks insanely fast. I know they're having to take grip out of it because it's too fast. So that's awesome. Like that dude's brain power for suspension is insane.
If you ever did another chassis, would it be a GR or would it be something different?
You ain't gonna peel me away from an S chassis.
No.
I'll keep finding them out in the wilderness and just keep rebuilding them.
Oh, just wait maybe like 5 years. That company in China will make an S
Oh,
chassis.
the one that's doing
Will be totally good.
the little the
The
86s.
86,
Yeah,
absolutely.
maybe they'll make me another sheet metal body. That'd be awesome.
That would change so much. The
Yeah, it would be.
86 is a cool car, but like I don't think it's as sought after here.
I think if they did an S14, shell, oh
Oh, they would
man,
go berserk.
I bet they would. I mean, someone would probably
They'd
pay.
have sales in the U.S. immediately.
Do you
Like,
know how much the 86s cost for those shells? Have you looked into it at all?
no.
Hmm.
Oh, from them? From that company?
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's about 10K.
That's not
I do
bad
know that.
for a brand new shell. So I mean,
I thought you had to order like 11 of them though. No
not
way.
bad.
They bought the one from SEMA?
Oh shit. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. That's good
Big
to know.
baller
So
right there.
I mean,
Jesus.
I any day of the week, I would pay 10 grand for a brand new shell. If it's actually a quality build, like I would pay 10 grand for it.
It seemed. Did you go to SEMA?
I didn't go this
Oh,
year
okay.
or last year.
It seemed pretty good. I mean, it's like, it's mediocre welds, like line work type welds.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, seems fine.
Yeah. I mean, that would be nice to be able to do a brand new, S
Yeah.
chassis. Would be
You
awesome.
got stitch welded anyways, probably where it needs it.
I don't know. I'm not a big stitch welding guy. I definitely want my
Really?
chassis to flex. So going from my S13 to my S14, there's a lot more tubes in this car now, like bracing as far as like the cage and yada yada. I heard the rumors of like, oh, you stitch weld, it doesn't flex, it doesn't do all that stuff, and I ended up only doing like the strut top hats. That's all I did. And going from the S13, which that chassis is like really loose. That car has been through hell. Um, it broke like all the welds down my dimple dicer for my windshield for my cage. It broke them off the chassis from just. Now I haven't hit very much stuff with that car. Knock on wood. Just chassis twist, and that car is insanely fast. Just because the car gets to like kind of flex and put its torque where it's kind of going. So going into the S14, it's obviously we've gotten better at chassis setup as it gone on, but dude, you can tell she's getting a little worn in.
Oh yeah, I get that.
So
Damn,
it's
that's
definitely
cool.
insane. I can't wait to go back. I haven't drove my S13 yet since I put it back together, but it's back and it's like how it was at 23 when I won Hot Pit with it. So it's
Oh,
gonna be
nice.
awesome.
What's the first event you'll do in it now that it's done?
Hopefully it's gonna be a Hot Pit next weekend. It's the plan.
Did you just say that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Hot Pit's literally next weekend, so I'm trying to have the S13 for that. But it's still got.
Are you gonna keep the car out here?
Yep, the
Pro
car's
car?
staying out here.
Oh,
Yeah, the pro
okay.
car's staying out here.
I was about to say that'd be a long trek. Just to come right back. You know?
Because it'd be yeah. I was already in I think the drive here is like 26 hours or something crazy. It's like okay, you got to add another 14 or 16 to go to Connecticut from here. Like I'm good. I ain't doing that whole drive.
Well, we're going to Orlando next. Oh no, you're not.
For ProSpec.
Yeah, sorry.
For ProSpec we do Connecticut,
Mixed
and you
up.
get Orlando next time.
Yep. Is there any track that you're not looking forward to?
Nope. I want all of them. I definitely I'd love to expand my knowledge as far as doing anything with the cars and as well as driving. I want to drive all the stuff. Like driving this was like, oh dude, this is it relit a little spark of all right, I want to haul some ass. I love hauling ass.
Sounds like
on
you
tracks.
just want to drive more tracks rather than care about the podium.
No, that's no.
The podium's always a priority. I get it. But
That's why I love doing this. The itch of driving with everyone that wants to be on their A game is insane. That's what keeps me going all the time. The grassroots stuff is sick. I love going through laps with the homies, but my little itch is getting on top of the box, having to fight for it. That's my little itch.
well, one thing I want to note is you seem to bring in a little bit different of a character in a way to FD. You've been pushing a lot of more metal content and stuff just a lot of different content stuff that you don't normally see out of other drivers here. And you've obviously incorporating it in the graphics and everything
for sure.
too. So
yeah, I mean, we're wearing it.
what was that what's your? I know you're about the scene life and stuff.
For sure,
but
yeah, no, it's definitely awesome because my media / marketing manager Emmy is very she loves hardcore. We're in the metal. It's it's awesome. So it's nice because our vibes lined up. It's let's run this. It's stuff that she loves to do, and I'm I love it too. Let's just run this. So we've been running it, and I think it's been doing fucking great.
I love it. I
So
told her in Long Beach, keep this shit up.
yeah, she
I
brought it
fucking
up.
love it.
Yeah. So and everyone I've talked to has loved it, and my my following has been going up. Like everyone's been stoked. So, like it's awesome that everyone is like connecting into it as well.
Good.
So
Good.
it's been great.
Keep
I'm
building
pretty
that
stoked.
brand, man.
Yep.
Prioritize the program.
Yep. Exactly.
Good. Well, as far as I guess just the rest of the season, what are your goals? Like what
Just keep kicking ass, man. So I want to be on the box this year for sure. I think I got some
I think
stuff to
you've
work on.
got it.
I got some
You
stuff
got
to
the
work
talent
on.
for it.
I'll be all right. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Already got that little itch from Hot Pit, being on the box. The first round this year, I got first place. So the itch is there, and I want to keep going.
Good deal. Wait, by the way, who's your title this year? Who's your title sponsor?
My bank account.
What the fuck?
It's got my
You
name
don't
on the
have,
door.
you're not, there's no monetary support?
No, I mean we
Damn,
got actually
dog.
monetary support. I got like monoculture, helping me out a little bit monetary. Actually, a lot of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That puts in perspective. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Just
So like,
kind of like what you're.
kind of the deal is if how a couple of people have told me if they're putting in more money than you are, then they get the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm putting all the money and I want my name on it.
I like the way you look at that. That's smart. That's very true. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like
I just never put it in that.
Yeah, like
phrase.
if they're gonna pay more money than I'm paying for, then then they can have the title. But until then, it's my name.
Who tried to? Was there anyone that like tried to? Because they're every single company's gonna try and undersell.
Oh yeah, you had a couple tickles, but no one actually came through.
Damn.
And I always told them, I was like, this is how much I spend. If you want this, like I will give it to you for almost what I'm paying for. Like I will help you out. But I'll give you everything, I can do for you. We can help each other out, yada yada. But I was like, until then, I'm paying for it. It's me.
So do you even like prioritize really the marketing side of it?
Oh yeah.
Or is it just more okay?
It's prioritized. Like I have like companies like Radium, like Katana Wheels, Black Cloud that helps me out, Race Red Tire Agent, like there's a bunch of stuff that I will prioritize. We've been filming all weekend as far as getting that content out. So the next what I would say probably a month worth of content's already booked out. Like we've been doing it. So
damn.
Yeah, Emmy's just following me around with the camera. I mean, it's insane. So
that's a good deal. I would prioritize the media over majority of it.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah.
So that's good to hear. Well, is there anything that like you want to mention as far as FD or like any of the program stuff?
No, I mean FD is great. The vibes here are so sick. So
actually, is there any differences you've noticed from because you came from an elaborate pro-am, like a good pro-am, to this? So was there any like culture shock to it?
I don't know. I mean, I just know like Hot Pit, it's like very laid back, and we're just like there to have fun with your boys, So like that's where the vibe I want to bring out here with. So the little bit of culture shock's just, I don't know. I don't feel too much of a difference. I'm just trying to bring the vibe myself. But everyone here has fucking been awesome.
You're one of the most relaxed FD drivers I've ever talked to. So
hey, something's working then.
Good. Well, the driving's backing it up too. So
yeah. Hey, we like to have fun around here. So.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm stoked to see you in the next round.
Yeah.
I hope you do great. I know you kind of got robbed on this one. Debatable.
Hey, you know what? If they want to debate it, they can go back and watch the live stream and then drop in the comments.
I'm just saying, they prioritize really close tandems and drift masters. I don't know why we don't hear.
Hey man, all I can say is
besides the fact.
All I can say is they can go watch it and then they can drop in the comments who they think won.
Oh, well, cool, dude. Do you want to shout anyone out, or obviously shout yourself out?
I mean, obviously, like, yeah, I paid for it. I guess I shot myself out. No, I mean, like I said, I'm glad to have all my sponsors on board this year that have helped me out. All the guys. I mean, I got a lot to list, but and especially my crew. My fiance. Staying there with me. Got the boys helped me rebuild this car after the total accident, basically. Yeah. Other than that. Appreciate all the support from everybody as well. So
absolutely, dude. Actually, one more question: how long did it take to fix all of that stuff?
To fix it to make it drive or
Just
fix
to
it
make it back to
entirely?
the line.
It took us like, it probably took us about an hour.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
way better than I thought.
it was like an hour, hour and a half. Like it was the basically first lap of practice, and then it went right in. That was the warm up going into the top, or sorry, that was into the seat. Yeah, seating. Yeah. So we had like an hour and a half. No, like hour 10 warm up, I think it was. It was like super short. So we literally first lap smoked. So I think we fixed it within like the hour and a half area. But I mean, it was
For
so
a smaller ProSpec team, like
it
that's
sucked because
fast.
it destroyed the whole like right rear, like lower control arm, traction rod, upper. Like it hurt some shit. But luckily, WiseFab, is on board this year. I had another spare kit, slapped the whole spare kit in it, and did what I can as far as alignment. But with the subframe being so bent and the chassis being bent, I could only get so much out of it before it started binding up. It's crazy.
Well, I'm glad you got it fixed, man.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
that shit prepped for next round, and we'll see you out there.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on ripping this year. I can't wait.
Hell yeah. Well, if I missed anything, because I know new driver to FD, we'll have him back on. Just let me know in the comments. Plus, you're always welcomed on.
Oh man,
You
I'll
always
come by
on the podcast.
anytime. Come on, shoot the shit with you.
Hell yeah. Well, next time I'm out in Arizona, I'll come back by.
Hey, next time I'm in Tennessee, I'll come by and see you then.
Shit, yeah. Well, cool, man. Yeah, thanks for taking the time,
Yep.
and go enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out, watch the boys, support all the pro homies, and hopefully see the homies on the box today.
Fuck yeah. Oh, shout out to Literal too, because he's the one that connected me to you.
Yeah, dude, Literal's a
That's
fucking
my
badass.
guy.
I love that dude.
I texted him that for that first podcast. I was like, dude, I don't fucking know anyone in Arizona.
Yeah.
Please tell me you know someone. And he just sent your at.
You're like, boom.
This guy. I was like, say less.
Yeah, no,
This
I
car
love
looks
Literal.
fucking cool.
I love Literal. He's a badass dude, bro. So.
Hell yeah. Cool, dude. Appreciate it.